We are on top of my Skoolie right now. I have a 2014 E450 Econoline, and I've been in it full time since May. So I met my now husband about 3 years ago in yoga teacher training. He was doing the van life thing. I had thought about renovating my 99 Tacoma, so we just kind of immediately meshed, and 3 years later now we are married happily and living full time in Skoolie, and it's been really awesome. It's definitely an adventure so far. We're at a gutted event right now, which is our first kind of nomad gathering that we're around like-minded humans, and it's been this amazing melting pot of such a community of humans that kind of have a similar alignment of like moral system and values. So it's really refreshing after being isolated, as so many I feel like have been for the past while due to COVID or anything, or jobs leaving, different things like that. So it's really nice to just be surrounded and embraced by this community, which I feel like is just above and beyond friendly, and really just sharing like-minded values. Like I said, it's really cool. So talk a little bit more about my Skoolie. I've got my husband down below right there, and then we have a 90-pound husky that he's 13 years old, so he also kind of travels with us. We experienced a little bit of hardship on the road with him. Not every dog is adjusted to life on the road as a nomad, and we had to take that into major consideration. So he is not with us here at Gutted. He's actually back home, kind of in Castle Rock area at the farm with Grandma, enjoying himself there. So it's just my husband and I, but we've got it's about 24 feet long, 5.5 window Skoolie. So she's about, I'd say, 80 square feet of living space on the inside. One thing that was really important for me was the kitchen. I love to cook. I feel like food is a language that, no matter the barrier that we have verbally, that everyone can kind of speak through their taste buds. So that was my big thing when we were building it, is I really wanted a lovely kitchen. And I say we building it. There was actually Chase building most. I helped with a lot of demo. I love working stuff apart, but when it comes to math and measurements, I have dysgraphia really bad. So I'm not someone you should trust with the saw. It's more of a measure 4 times and maybe cut once for me, and I still get it wrong. So we play to each other's strengths truly in our relationship. So he actually built the Skoolie out over about 4.5 months, and I planned our wedding. We got married in June, and then hit the road with our dog. And like I said, I kind of experienced a little bit of hardship with that. Not everybody's adjusted to it, including animals. So he's 13. His hips were a little bit rough. He just didn't like being in the car while we were going, but he loved the camping and all the experiences. So I got to give him what we're now calling his retirement trip, because he's a senior dog. So Nico got his big retirement trip. We got to go to the redwoods, and he got to see the beach for the first time in his life. We've pretty much only been in Colorado for all 13 years of his life. So we hit about 7 states and decided you gotta cut it where it's where you gotta cut it off if it's not going well. So we ended up coming back, settling for a couple of weeks kind of around the front range, just floating, and then heard about Gutted from our friends Lost Renegades. They have a YouTube channel, check them out if you see them. So we came to the event. It's our first gathering, so it's been really nice. This is now our round 3 honeymoon. So after Gutted, we're gonna kind of go travel around the Southwest a little bit, go to Durango. I went to school down there, see some friends, float the river. So it's been a really nice start, just feeling the embracing community, and then kind of go off and do our own thing for a little bit. So it should be a good time. But as far as my experience at Gutted so far, like I said, it's been wonderful. I teach children typically in the summer outdoor education, so we do this thing called Peak River Valley. So your peak is your favorite, your river is your takeaway, and your valley is something that maybe you want to improve on. So related to Gutted for that, I'd say my peak is the community so far. It's really hit home. It's been an emotional experience, but in a positive way. And having social anxiety after the past few months and everything that's gone down, it's really refreshing to actually make friends and feel a genuine connection. So definitely my peak right there. My river is, I hope to stay in contact with all these wonderful people and all of these fabulous panels that were put on about growing your following, or showing people a different aspect of life that many people don't really kind of look at. It's always about the white picket fence and the 3-car garage, and not everybody wants that kind of thing. So to be surrounded with that, I want to keep in contact with everybody, and make sure that we foster these relationships, and saying a positive thing and being a family really. And And then my valley, I guess at gutted would be a little dusty, but I think it gets everyone a little saucy. So dusty, you can't control that. Can't control the weather, but honestly, I don't have too many negative things to say about the experience itself. It's been wonderful. Conditions are what they are. You just kind of gotta roll with the punches when you're a nomad. So it's been fabulous. Again, my name is Kenzie. I'm with Bus Life Pirates. Check us out on Instagram. We'll be dropping a YouTube video in a couple of weeks when we finish up the honeymoon. But yeah, it's been wonderful. Thanks for talking, guys.
And one more question.
Yeah.
How about how this type of nomad life, how does that work? Did it change your relationship? I know you said he started out that way, but you guys are together in a small space.
Mm-hmm.
So how has that been for the two of you?
I think it's been really awesome, especially now that we're taking this kind of second trip. We've lived in the van since May, full time, but now taking this trip on our own and really like discovering who we are as individuals and nomads, and then coming together as a couple and like kind of almost presenting ourselves to everybody here. It's been awesome. It definitely was a struggle when we had Nico before, because we were both just so focused on how he's doing, the anxiety levels, making sure he's got his thunder vest, his essential oils, his CBD treats, like all the things he needed. So it's been nice to just kind of be our own like entity almost, as coming out into this lifestyle. So it's I think it's been great as a couple. We're really fostering a very like an even deeper bond. I mean, we lived in a 2-bedroom apartment with a roommate that was like 1,000 square feet in DTC when COVID happened. So I mean, we were stuck together the whole time, and we did fine. And moving into an even smaller space the following year, when we're starting to maybe see a little more of our freedoms come back and be able to go do things. But I wouldn't change it for the world. I certainly don't want to pay XL Energy any more money for an electric bill or anything like that. So hard to see the big ball in the sky, and just embracing what kind of comes at you. It's not about the destination, it's the journey, really. So, and I know that's so cliche, but it's so true. It really is.
Thank you. Let's check this Skoolie out. Have a peek. Oh, very nice. Okay, driver's seat. Beautiful cabinetry. Look at the wood on the ceiling part, and the countertops. Beautiful. What a nice size camper. This opens up to be a burner as well. Nice size sink. Look at the hardware on the sink. Spices. Wonderful bed. Oh, I really like this design. Now maybe I'm going back towards Skoolie. Wow. That's beautiful. It was so nice of them to share their home. What about bathroom and shower?
So yeah, we have a bathroom in there. We do the nature's head like most people these days. So it just slides out, toilet and stuff separate. And then we have all of our bathroom stuff and cedar spray and whatnot, and it's all compost. And then for shower, we do a cheat shower. So basically we just made it so our sink comes here, it unhooks, and then this just goes straight out the window. This guy has a latch on it, so as long as you do that, and then you just latch it and it'll keep it on, and then you unhook it, and that's your shower outside. We don't have an indoor shower, but we purposefully built this guy the size of a shower because we had a feeling we might want to switch. So this might actually become a shower, and we'll put a stall in there and plumb it. So yeah, we already have the hot water heater for it and the shower head and everything. We just wanted to feel it out before we switched over.